Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. Really excited for today's video. So I just recently did the Deth Star lineup, courtesy of Ross. Thanks again so much, Ross. I really appreciate it. And although you could probably figure out maybe my lineup from those 4 reviews, I thought it'd be cool to just do a little quick video about my ranking of those 4 beers. I know like the Bourbon County release, people seem to like my rating and ranking video on that. So I figured, you know what? Yeah, cool. I've reviewed them all. Might as well make this video. So again, if you watch all 4 of those, it's probably not particularly surprising that the currents, is 4th place. I still quite liked it. I just think it suffered the same thing the coffee one did, where I love that can art. That's so good. Where the currents were overpowering too many of the things I liked about the base beer, and it was adding a cool element, which I appreciated. It was enhancing some of like the berry, cherry notes I was getting, so I appreciated that. But then it dominated the bourbon, it dominated the caramel, and I was missing those so much. And if I hadn't had the other ones, I think I said this in this review, and I think the coffee one, if someone had just given me this, it would have been all praise, period. But I knew what I was missing because of the addition of the currants, which made it a very conflicting thing. So I'm like, I love this experience as a sitting down to drink a beer experience, lovely. But knowing what I was missing out, I don't know, it kind of like detracted, but I'm like, but it's super tasty. It was just very conflicting, but relatively easy for me to put this in 4th place. And even though it's in last place, still a winner, which I know is like, what? It's in last place? No, still a winner. Like, these were all winners. I liked all of them quite a bit, which probably based on what I just said leads you to know about 3rd place. And that is Cafe, the coffee one. So, and also, I love that. Very similar thing happening here. I appreciated, well, not even similar, the same exact thing. I really appreciated the coffee in this beer. I thought it worked wonderfully. It upped the roast, which I barely got any roast in the currants one, and I liked the roast that I was getting in the base. And this upped that, which was great, but again, at the sacrifice of some of the bourbon notes and some of that caramel that I love that flavor in stouts like this. So that was same thing. I just think that the coffee worked better than the currants holistically as an experience. So they suffered from the exact same thing. I just think the coffee had made me miss that stuff less because it was so much better of an addition. So it was super close, but yeah, the coffee edged it out. And then I don't know if this one will be a surprise or not. Obviously, when I show number 2, you'll know what number 1 is. But actually, the coconut one, I went back and forth. I with this one in the base. The coconut, I didn't get much coconut in the base. And I feel like the coconut then gave me some of that in the experience, and compared to these 2, it took away less, So that's why this one was pretty easy to pick over the Cafe and the currants. But then I kind of went back and forth. I'm like, well, do I like? And then obviously in 1st place is the base beer, which is really cool. Like, I feel like lineups like this, the basic one, the base one, whatever you want to call it, is not usually the winner. But this one I thought it was. But anyway, I thought that the coconut one added to the base, but still wasn't as good as the base. The base was just kind of like perfect for what it was. It hit all the elements I wanted. It had the sweetness, but then it still had the roast. It had that caramel thing. Except for coconut, I got a lot of different things that barrel can kick out, like vanilla. And it was I just think it was the best of those 4. Have you guys had all 4? Have you had some of the 4 and you have thoughts strong or not about these? Have you tried any of them? Have you done something similar yourself lately you want to tell me about, whether it's bourbon barrel aged stouts or some other style, but you tried kind of like a lineup or a variation of a lineup as well, or maybe the same style but from different breweries? Anything related, I'd love to hear about it. Comment section below. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.